Hello, everyone. I'm Alessandro Fusco. I'm Director of Innovation and Corporate Education at Future Food Institute. Today, we'll talk about prosperity thinking, what is, why it's so important, and how to adopt a prosperity thinking mindset and approach. So prosperity thinking is an approach that aims to enable the design of a better food system. But let me say, not only a better food system, but design of a better society. Starting from the idea of prosperity that is not only economical prosperity, but it is also social and environmental well-being, social and environmental prosperity. The prosperity thinking hopes to be an evolution of design thinking, going beyond human-centered design to human and planet-centered design. Design thinking started with, as you saw in the presentation, with the idea of making people want things. Then we observed that design thinking moved to making things people want. And then at Future Food Institute, we understood that this is not enough. If we want to solve complex challenges, we need to move to a prosperity thinking, making things planet wants. In fact, we assist an evolution, and this is our aim, is to move from human-centered innovation and then having a human and nature-centered innovation. But how to do it? First of all, we need to start with the idea that ecosystem is where we are living. The ecosystem is where humans are at the top of the chain, at the top of the system, but it's not true. We live, we work, we experience nature. So we live in a world that everything is interconnected. And this is why first we need to move from an ecosystem to ecosystem, where all the aspects of the society, of the world, and nature, humans are interconnected, and we take care of this interconnection. Then also leveraging on research of Kate Raworth about donuts economy. She worked on this model, and she observed and studied that an economy is considered prosperous when all the 12 social foundations are met without overshooting any of the 9 ecological limits. So here we are, we should work and live in this green zone. And so we observe planetary boundaries that are boundaries within humanity can continue to develop and work for not breaking the natures or the limits of the natures, ecological limits. But also we see such a foundation that are the human basic needs and rights that need to be taken in consideration. And so if we think about these 2 limits, and as I said before, if we think about the green zone, here is the space for the safe and just space for humanity and for nature. And so this is the green zone for innovation. And every time, and for the next sessions that we will have together, and for the challenge that you will have, you need to think about how can we respect human and planet needs. This is not enough. This is not enough because we live in a complex world society with a lot of situation with rapid changes. We see climate change, conflicts, migration, fast urbanization, and complex challenges can be solved with a systemic approach, where designing solutions to solve challenges take in consideration all the aspects. That means we should not work in silos, we should break the silos, and we should embrace products, services, social system, spatial system, social and technical system. We need to take into consideration nature system, digital system, every aspect of the society. And so, in other words, prosperity thinking is a methodological approach to design a world that fulfills all the needs, from human to planet. And we have designed this process. This is the process that we will use. And in this process, we can observe three main phases. The first one, where we have the challenge, where we have the problem. And when we are iterating on this challenge and this problem, we as we said, we work between the planet and people. But then we should move to ideate a solution and prototype a solution. And then we will test and analyze the prototype, the solution, in order to make improvement. Let me do an example. When we talk about challenge, when we talk about how might we stay in the green zone for the innovation, and how might we define a challenge where, well, here we are. This is the format. This is the human and planet balance statement that is saying how might we, stakeholder, to take consideration planetary boundaries, social foundation, while needs of humans. Let me share an example, two examples. How might we enable who? People of Bologna, an example of stakeholder. To do what? To sensitize local policymakers about chemical pollution problems while protecting their jobs. So as you see here, we have identified one example of stakeholder, citizens of Bologna. And then we have identified a planetary needs. And then we have identified a human needs to be maintained in order to not overshot a social foundation. Let me share another example. How might we help citizens of Mumbai to do what? To keep their oceans plastic-free while ensuring access to safe drinking water and food. As you see also here, we have identified stakeholders, a planetary boundary and human need. This is something that we will work together, and this is the essence of prosperity thinking. As the Future Food Institute, we have also developed a scientific paper on that I invite you to check on Cambridge University press release. Thank you.